Welcome to Human Movement Flow number 1. This is week 1 of this human movement flow. And now with this, there are 14 total movements. We're going to be focusing on in week 1, the first segment of 3 movements. Now the flow will be dispersed over the course of 6 to 8 weeks. And so during this cycle, we'll cover the first segment of 3 moves, and the next segment of 2 moves, and then final segment of 2 moves for the first half. So 7 total movements for this cycle of the human movement flow number 1. We'll start off the workout today with a warm-up, and then we'll review the movements, and then we'll perform a fitness test, and then followed by a recovery session. Let's begin. So the first thing is important to understand the basic neutral stance. Bring your feet to just about hip width. So I just like to just kind of scoop my feet. And that's my neutral stance or placement for my feet. My thumbs will be pointed forward. Shoulders are depressed down, slightly back. Chin's tucked. Now, this is your neutral stance. When you breathe, breathing in through your nose, filling in the belly and the chest. Work on your breathing. This is critical to using that breath, not just in life, but in our daily movements. The breath work fuels the body, fuels the muscles, the organs, the tissues. And so working on your breath is critical. All right, next is the anatomical ready stance. Stepping out with one side, bringing your feet to shoulder width, palms forward. Making sure you're breathing, keeping the chin tucked. Now this position shows that you are ready to perform your flow. Be sure to practice that before each flow. Next, we're going to be covering the, before we cover the hinge and the lunge movements, I want to go into the muscles of the hips and the knees to focus on activating those so that they're primed and ready to take on the activity. So the first thing you're going to do is take one foot, put it in front, other foot in back. I'm going to bring the back foot, place your back foot on the ball of the foot. Okay. Here, I'm going to place my hands on my hips. I'm going to bring my body weight down to where I feel a bit of resistance, and then I'm just going to do 15 controlled pulses. 1, 2, 3. You should feel a burn already. 4. It's not fast. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and then 15. And we're going to switch sides. So same thing. We're just priming our joints, priming our knees. Follow the back foot. Make sure your feet, you maintain this arch of the foot. You don't want the feet to collapse. Okay. Here we go. Make sure your posture is on point. So head high, chest up, chin tucked. Make sure you're breathing. Let's begin. Find that resistant point, then begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You should feel the burn. 11, 12, 14, and 15. Now you can perform that for another set or 2 sets if you feel you need to work on activating those muscles. Next thing we're going to do is a glute raise, focusing on activating the glutes. And for this, you're gonna sit down and place your feet on the edge, couch, chair, and all we're gonna do is 15 hip drives. You can add weight if you like, but we're doing a warm up, so it's not really necessary for this first set. So driving the hips up, squeezing the glutes. 1, control the descend. 2, good lockout. 3, so it's a pause at the end. 4, squeezing the glutes. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're gonna do 5 more. We're just activating the glutes. 11, hips. 12, 13, good job. 14, last one. And 15. Right? And again, you're welcome to perform that for another set or 2. That'll be fine. Now, the next thing we're going to perform is the first segment of the flow, which is 3 total movements. Now, the movements are a hinge, lunge, lunge. Very basic. The hinge position or the hinge movement is simulating picking up an item from the ground. Everybody should be able to perform this from the side. I'm going to bring my feet at about hip width. Okay. And then that's my ready stance. Then my anatomically ready, my neutral stance. And then positioning myself into my anatomically ready stance. From here, I'm going to hinge. Notice my back is at 90 degrees. It's flat. Knees are slightly bent. Bringing my fingertips to the floor. And then I'm going to stand. Okay. That's the first movement. So again, hinge. I'm breathing. And then stand. It's a controlled descend, hinge. And then the contraction, the standing portion, is a bit faster. It's a controlled descend, and then which is the eccentric component of the movement, and then sort of a faster 1 second to stand is the concentric portion of the movement. Okay, so again, breathing in, breathe out on the standing component of that movement. Well, and that is the hinge, right? So now that we're ready, perform that a few more times. You should feel the hamstrings tighten up. 1, 2, squeezing your glutes, driving your hips, keeping the core engaged. 3, eventually we will use weight, but for now we're just practicing the movement. Making sure you keep the arch in the feet. That is important as well. Do not let the feet collapse. And I think that's 5. So that's the first movement. Next, we're going to take our right leg. This is my right. This will be your right. We're facing, I think, mirror image. So taking your right leg, stepping forward, lean your weight to the side, bring the feet in, and step forward. Now you're on the ball of the back foot. Okay. Lunging, keeping the shoulders down and back, thumbs forward, bringing the knee to the floor, kissing the floor with the knee, do not slam it, driving the weight up, stepping forward with the back leg to a neutral position, stepping forward with the opposite leg. Sorry, you can't see my feet in the screen, but same idea, bringing the knee to the ground, kissing the floor with your knee, and standing and stepping forward. Okay. Now, those are the 3 movements for the first segment of this human movement flow. Let's perform that a few more times. Okay. So, and over time, again, we will add weight using anywhere between 15 to 70-pound kettlebells or dumbbells, whatever works best for you. Okay, here we go. One, two, three. Again, let's move a little slower. We'll do 5 sets, so 3 more sets. So get into your static neutral stance. Anatomically ready position. One, again, 2 more. One more. And then we'll add some weight. Make sure you feel in the hamstrings. Back is flat. That includes the review of the first segment. So next, grab some light weight. 10, 15, 20 pounds, and keep it easy. I'm going to use kind of far back. See, I'll use these here. These are 26-pound kettlebells. Here's another one. Okay. So I'm going to place these kettlebells in my anatomically ready stance width because I'm going to grab them oh, from that stance. Okay. Let's begin. Now, real quick, make sure your feet are close to the weight. We don't want to have to reach too far forward. Then when we're picking these up, make sure that we breathe in before we grab. Grab, we exhale on the stand or the pull of the weight. 1. Without putting the weight down, we're going to do 10 total sets. That was a demonstration. Let's begin. One, two, three. Now, normally I would walk forward, but might have a short patio or platform. 5, 'Nice and controlled. 6, and the shoulders depressed down and back. 7, eight, 2 more, 9, 1 more, and 10. Release. And that concludes the first segment of 3 moves of human movement flow number 1. Take a short breather. We're going to jump into our fit test, which is going to be about 10 minutes. I'll show you a couple recovery drills you can perform on your own. That'll conclude the first session for week 1, human movement flow number 1. Short break. Okay, so let's begin our fitness test. Now, this is going to be a 10 or so, this is about a 9 to 10 minute workout. And essentially, actually, we'll go ahead and commit to the 10 minutes. So it'll be a 10-minute AMRAP, as many rounds as possible. But I don't want you to rush. Okay, so we'll use a 10-minute AMRAP, and performing about 1 to 2 rounds per minute is ideal because we want to spend more time under tension, and we're not trying to beat the clock, so to speak. We want to spend more time under load, creating that negative or eccentric control to then create that lengthening and strengthening, which is the key to building strength that lasts for a longer time. So let's go ahead and review the 2 movements we're going to perform, the deadlift and the sit-up. So the deadlift is just as we performed in the first segment of the human movement flow. Okay, you're going to find a moderate weight. And so I have 26 pounds. I'm going to scale up just a little bit. It's not so much about the weight, it's about your ability to control the weight throughout movement. We don't want to throw out our back. We don't want to hurt ourselves. For this, I'll grab some music as well.
Power on, Bluetooth.
Okay. Set my clock. So grab your weight. If you don't have weight, you can just use body weight or find an item that you can pick up. Something between 15 and 30 pounds. And so setting the clock up. It's 10 minutes. I won't start it yet, but so deadlifts. Place them just like we practiced in front of our body. Hinging. 1. Tap. 2. 3, right? Okay, so 10 of those, then 10 sit-ups. Very basic sit-ups. Bringing your feet together. Go all the way back. You touch the floor behind your head. Come all the way up, touching the floor in front of your feet. Now, if you have to, it's okay. You can rock your feet. And then eventually try to splay your body or try to spread your body out so your feet are extended and your arms are extended. Try to use that momentum to then eventually work into the prescribed version. So we want to, try to work our sit-ups from this extended position as much as possible, or from a static position. So if you have to rock, that's fine. And if you have to, rock, then you can scale it next into the sort of opening of the legs. You still have momentum or movement to help you rock into that sit-up. And eventually just take that away. Okay. So there's so many different variations and methods. That's just my suggestion. So 15 sit-ups, touching the floor behind your head, and then in front of your feet. Breathe in anytime you pull the weight or stand up with the kettlebells, breathe out to force the standing of the deadlift, and then make sure you breathe out as you sit up. Okay, so breathing in, breathing out. Okay. All right, here we go. Clock has begun. Follow along with me, or just on your own. I'll let you know where we're at in our time. 1, 2, 3, 4. But it's not fast. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Placing the weight to the side, giving yourself some room. And it's actually 10 deadlifts and 15 sit-ups. Not sure if I clarified sit-ups, if I said 10 or nothing, but it's 15 sit-ups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Keep it up, guys. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. One more. And 15. One round done. I'm going to mark that so I can keep track. Round 2. Here we go. Good position, good breath. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Sit-ups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 4 more. 12, 13, 14. One more. And 15. That marks 2. We're 3 minutes and 15 seconds in. 2 rounds. It'll end at about 6 rounds or so.
A little bit of laughter and tradition.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. 15 sit-ups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 3 rounds. We're at 5 minutes in. So see if we can hit that 6th round by minute 10. Breathing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Sit-ups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5 more. 1, 2, 3, and 4. One more. And 5. It's 4. We're at about a minute. Let's see here.
I know I did that this past weekend.
6.5. There you go. Good job. Keep it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That's 5 rounds. 8 minutes in. 2 minutes to go. Let's go.
Sorry, friends.
1,
In the last
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Gonna get kind of loud with the bus, but bear with me. 15 subs. This is it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We have 1 minute left. Let's finish a set of deadlifts. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 20 seconds. Let's go. Last sit up. Sit up session. Set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5 more. 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 10 minutes and 15 seconds. Whew. Do 6, 7 rounds. 10 minutes and 15 seconds. Go ahead and post your times in the weight into the comment section of this workout. And or just comment to me if I don't have the workout up yet. comment. And let's jump into the mobilization or recovery review. And ideally, what I'm gonna have you do is, if you have a foam roller, that's best. But if not, we'll just stretch out. I don't have my foam roller, so that's okay. So here's what we're gonna do. Find a wall. And what you can do, put 1 foot behind you, 1 foot in front, locking out that back leg, drive the hip forward until you feel the stretch in your calf. I'm just going to demonstrate these movements and then you're going to perform them on your own. Now breathe. You're going to hold that position for 30 to 60 seconds. Once you're done, you'll switch sides. Locking the back leg out, driving the front knee towards the wall. Hold that for 30 to 60 seconds. Breathing into it, relaxing into it. Next, you'll switch back on the ball of the foot, and you're going to put pressure on the lower part of the calf, keeping the heels up and just dropping your weight. You'll feel the lower calf stretch. 30 to 60 seconds, alternating. Notice I'm just driving my weight down, knee to the ground, but heel is up. Hold that for 30 to 60 seconds. And then perform a core stretch. Hey, buddy, 1 second, get dressed, okay? Get ready for school. Core stretch. You're gonna bring your hips to the floor. So lie down, hips to the floor, and just cobra. Drive your chest up. Neutral head at neutral position. Feel that stretch in the core. Squeeze your glutes to protect that low back. You hold that for 30 to 60 seconds. Okay. Next, hands out in front, thumbs up, leaning back, turning the thumbs out until you feel a stretch in the lats, and then head through. Holding this position here for 30 to 60 seconds, just breathing into it. Okay, and you can also do that on a ball or a table. Right? We're just focusing on stretching the lats. So put them on a platform, head through, and open up that lat. And then finally, quad stretch. And lie on your side and just pull that top leg, heel back to your glute and drive the hip forward, knee back. You can position your arm like so, cradle your head. Hold that for 30 to 60 seconds. You'll switch sides. The stiffer you are, the longer you hold. Same thing, cradle your head. Heel to bottom. Squeeze your glutes, pull your knee back, push hip forward. "30 to 60 seconds on both sides. And that concludes the first segment to the human movement flow number 1. Good job. Practice that segment this week. And I want you to practice it at least 2 to 3 times each week. And in the middle of those sessions, I will start to incorporate other training modalities and methods to increase the cardiovascular endurance and help you with maintaining good mobility and movement, and having good recovery so that you can continue to train and optimize your movement performance. And that's it. Great job. Looking forward to our next session. See you on the inside.